Imagine you're over 60. You have worked hard, raised children, and lived a life full of lessons, love, and hard-earned wisdom. You're still active, curious, and, yes, still full of desires. But lately, something has changed in your intimate life. Your body does not respond as it used to. The spark is there, but the intensity seems muted. You are not alone. In fact, what you are experiencing is shared by thousands of older men, but it is rarely talked about. A quiet decline in blood flow, especially down below. We blame it on aging. We joke about it. We hide it. But deep down, we ask ourselves, is this how it ends? I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. I'm Dr. William, a retired urologist and men's health specialist from the United States. For over 25 years, I've helped men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even older rediscover the strength and pleasure they thought they'd lost. My job wasn't just to treat problems, but to help good men like you understand the changes happening in their bodies and give them the tools to adapt, recover, and thrive. Now that I'm retired, I'm dedicating my time to sharing what really works. Not pills, not promises, but natural strategies based on science and experience. Today, I want to talk to you about what I call the Megadual, a powerful, natural way to improve blood flow where it matters most, in your penis. Believe it or not, better blood flow in this area not only improves your sex life, it improves your heart health, mental clarity, energy, and even your mood. And here's the good news. You don't need prescriptions or gadgets. You need something much simpler, the right vitamins. Yes, specific vitamins, those that promote nitric oxide production, dilate blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and restore the body's natural rhythm. In a few minutes, I'll tell you exactly what those vitamins are, how they work, and why so many of my patients, even those over 70, have seen incredible changes by making just a few small changes to their daily routine. So before we begin, let me ask you a favor. Please indicate your age in the comments and where you're watching this video from. Let's get to know each other. Let's create a community of men who are ready to reclaim their bodies, their confidence, and their connection. Because this is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a better chapter. Let's get honest for a moment. Why does it feel like your body's betraying you after 60? Why does something as natural and essential as an erection, something that once came without a second thought, now take effort, patience, and sometimes even disappointment? It all comes down to one quiet, often ignored culprit: blood circulation. You see, the penis is one of the most blood-dependent organs in the male body. An erection doesn't begin in your pants. It begins in your arteries. When blood vessels are open, flexible, and responsive, your body rises to the occasion. But when those vessels narrow, stiffen, or clog, as they often do with age, performance suffers. Not because you don't care, not because you're too old, but because the fuel can't reach the engine. And here's what most men don't know. These circulation issues aren't just about your sex life. They're often an early warning sign of deeper problems like heart disease, memory loss, fatigue, even emotional disconnection. Your body is whispering, "Help me." And the sooner you listen, the sooner you take back control. Now here's the good news. Your blood vessels can be supported, strengthened, even rejuvenated. But let's be clear, we're not talking about magic pills or late-night TV promises. We're talking about real, natural nutrients, vitamins, and compounds your body needs, but likely isn't getting enough of, especially as you age. You see, over the decades, your body's ability to absorb and produce certain nutrients declines. Add in processed food, stress, medications, and a lifetime of wear and tear, and you've got a system that's running low on the very fuel it needs to function sexually, mentally, and emotionally. So in just a moment, I'm going to reveal which essential vitamins can help restore healthy blood flow to your penis, and why they're often the missing piece for men struggling with stamina, sensation, and confidence. But before we go there, I want to ask, have you ever wondered if what's happening in the bedroom might be a sign of something deeper? If so, let me know in the comments. Just type yes if that question has ever crossed your mind. Because once you understand what's really going on under the surface, you'll never look at male health or aging the same way again. Let's talk about a vitamin that quietly works behind the scenes, but might just be your body's unsung hero, vitamin E, also known as tocopherol. Now, most people think of vitamin E as something for skin or immunity, but what they don't realize is that this powerful antioxidant plays a crucial role in a man's sexual health and circulation, especially after 60. Here's the truth. As you age, your blood vessels start to stiffen and your smallest capillaries, the microvessels that feed the penis, begin to lose their flexibility. This isn't just about blood pressure or heart health. It's about the quality of blood flow to the very areas responsible for intimacy, sensation, and performance. And that's where vitamin E comes in. First, it improves microcirculation, the fine, delicate blood flow that feeds the nerves and tissues in your genitals. Better microcirculation means stronger, more reliable erections, and a deeper sense of connection to your body during moments of closeness. Second, vitamin E supports the integrity of your blood vessels. It helps reduce oxidative stress, a silent form of cellular damage that ages your arteries from the inside out. Think of it like internal rust removal, keeping your inner pipelines clear and responsive. And third, and this is a big one, it can actually help increase your libido and improve sperm quality. That's right. Even if you're not planning to father children, healthier sperm is a direct reflection of better hormonal health, stronger sexual vitality, and an overall more energized system. I had a patient, Mark, age 68, who once told me, "Doc, I thought the fire was out. Turns out I just needed the right fuel." We added a simple vitamin E supplement to his routine, nothing fancy, just targeted. And within weeks, he said he felt brighter, lighter, and more alive. Not just in the bedroom, but in life. Now, here's the catch. Your body doesn't store vitamin E in large amounts. And if you're not eating a diet rich in nuts, seeds, and leafy greens daily, chances are you're running low. Add in years of stress, medications, and digestive changes, and the deficit quietly grows. So if you felt like your edge is slipping, your energy fading, or your intimacy feeling distant, vitamin E might be one of the most overlooked tools in your arsenal. But don't go anywhere, because in the next part, we're going to talk about a vitamin that not only boosts nitric oxide, the key to blood flow, but also protects your heart and brain. It's the circulation commander, and it's probably missing from your daily routine. Stay with me. The next few minutes could change how you feel in your body for years to come. Now that you know the power of vitamin E, let's shine a light on another group of heavy hitters, the B vitamins. These aren't just your average vitamins. They're like the pit crew that keeps your engine running, especially after 60. We're talking about B3, B6, B9, and B12. And what they do for your blood flow, your nerves, and even your libido is nothing short of remarkable. Let's start with vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This one's a game changer. It helps relax and widen your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to flow freely throughout your body, including your penis. Men with poor circulation often feel cold in their extremities, tired after minimal effort, or notice weaker, shorter-lasting erections. B3 helps reverse that by restoring proper vascular tone, gently, safely, and naturally. Next up is vitamin B6, your nervous system's best friend. You see, pleasure isn't just about blood flow. It's also about nerve sensitivity and communication between your brain and your body. B6 helps produce neurotransmitters that support mood, focus, and arousal. So when the moment comes, your body and mind are fully present and connected. Then we have B9, better known as folate. Think of B9 as a cardiovascular protector. It lowers homocysteine, a harmful compound that damages arteries from the inside. Keeping your homocysteine levels in check isn't just good for your heart. It's essential for keeping your blood vessels young, supple, and strong. And finally, vitamin B12, the memory and energy booster. This one is crucial for older men. B12 supports red blood cell production, brain function, and even testosterone metabolism. If you've been feeling mentally foggy, sluggish, or emotionally flat, low B12 could be the reason, and it's incredibly common after 60. Now, here's something I've seen in practice again and again. When a man begins replenishing these B vitamins, even through a quality multivitamin or targeted supplement, things start to shift. Energy returns. Erections become more dependable. The fog lifts. He feels like himself again. I remember Tom, a 72-year-old former engineer. He came in feeling drained, disconnected from his wife, and unsure if things would ever improve. His blood work showed low B12 and elevated homocysteine. We started a simple routine with B complex vitamins, and within weeks, he was sharper, more intimate, and once again engaged in life. Here's the truth. B vitamins don't just support your body. They help bring you back online. But, and this is crucial, if you don't take them the right way at the right time and in the right combination, they might not work at all. In fact, they could go straight through you with barely any benefit. That's why a little later, I'm going to explain exactly how to use these vitamins properly, when to take them, how to combine them, and what mistakes to avoid. Because if you don't get that part right, all the good advice in the world won't make a difference. So stick with me, because what's coming next could be the turning point in how you care for your body, your energy, and your most vital connection. We've talked about vitamin E and the B vitamin family, but now it's time to introduce something that isn't a vitamin at all, yet might be the most powerful natural ally your body has for restoring strong, healthy circulation. It's called L-arginine, an amino acid your body already produces, but often not in the amounts you need after 60. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that your body feels slower, not just tired, but as if things don't flow the way they used to? Blood, energy, even desire, like the current has weakened? If that sounds familiar, what you're feeling could be a lack of nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing rich, oxygenated blood to flood your system. And guess what? L-arginine is the fuel your body uses to make nitric oxide. Here's how it works. When you take L-arginine, your body converts it into nitric oxide. That nitric oxide then tells your blood vessels, especially the small, sensitive ones in your genitals, to dilate and allow more blood through. This doesn't just improve your erections. It increases sensitivity, pleasure, and stamina. And it supports your heart, brain, and muscles all at once. Men who use L-arginine properly often report a deep shift, not just performance, but presence. They feel more alert, more connected, more responsive to their partner and to life itself. But here's the critical part. L-arginine only works if it's used correctly. Take it the wrong time or combine it poorly with other substances, and the effects can be weak or even non-existent. It's not about taking more, it's about taking it smarter. So let me ask you this. Would you be interested in learning the right way to combine L-arginine with the vitamins we've talked about to naturally enhance your blood flow, libido, and confidence? Because that's exactly what I'll be sharing next. When to take them, how much, what combinations work best, and which common mistakes to avoid so you don't waste your time or money. If you're ready to turn these insights into action, type "ready" in the comments. Let me know you're with me, and that you're not settling for slow decline, but stepping into a wiser, stronger version of yourself. Because the next part could be the one that makes it all work. Now we've arrived at the most important part of all, how to actually use these powerful substances the right way. Because here's the truth. Even the best vitamins in the world won't do a thing if you're not using them correctly. Timing, dosage, and form, they all matter. Let's break it down so you can start seeing real, lasting results. Vitamin E tocopherol. Take it once daily, ideally with a meal that contains fat, since it's a fat-soluble vitamin that helps your body absorb it fully. The ideal dose for circulation and sexual health in older men is 200 to 400 IU per day. Too much can thin the blood, so stay within that range. Capsules or soft gels are usually the easiest and most effective form. Vitamin B complex, B3, B6, B9, B12. These work best together and early in the day. Take a high-quality B-complex supplement in the morning with food. This supports your metabolism, nervous system, and energy throughout the day. B3, niacin helps with blood flow, but start with low doses like 50 milligrams to avoid flushing. B6 and B9, folate key for nerve and heart health. Look for activated forms like P5, P, and methylfolate for better absorption. B12, go with methylcobalamin, the most bioavailable form. If you're over 60, consider sublingual tablets or sprays, since absorption through digestion decreases with age. L-arginine. This one is all about timing and consistency. Take it on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or about 60 to 90 minutes before intimacy. A good starting dose is 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams per day, but some men benefit from going up to 5,000 milligrams, split into 2 doses. If you take blood pressure medications or have a heart condition, always consult your doctor first. Not because L-arginine is dangerous, but because it can enhance blood flow and potentially lower pressure more than expected. How long should you take them? Be patient. Natural changes take time. Most men start feeling real improvements after 3 to 4 weeks, with peak benefits around 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use. This isn't a sprint, it's a transformation. Give your body the space and support it needs to heal, adapt, and thrive. Here's a powerful mindset shift. Don't think of these as supplements. Think of them as tools. Tools to restore blood flow, to support your nerves, to revive your connection with your body, your partner, and your confidence. Now, before you take action, we need to talk about something just as important as the vitamins themselves: the mistakes that can quietly steal your results if you're not careful. First, don't assume that more is better. Taking double or triple the dose won't speed up your progress. In fact, it can backfire. Your body needs balance, not overload. Stick to the right amounts and give your system time to respond. Second, avoid taking everything on an empty stomach. Only L-arginine should be taken without food. The others, especially vitamin E and the B complex, should be taken with meals to avoid stomach upset and to ensure they're properly absorbed. Third, don't give up too soon. These nutrients don't work like a switch. They're more like a steady current that builds over time. Most men start feeling real changes after 3 or 4 weeks, with noticeable improvements around 8 to 12 weeks. Stay consistent and trust the process. Fourth, remember that supplements alone aren't magic. They work best when paired with good sleep, hydration, light exercise, and stress reduction. Think of them as reinforcements, not replacements, for a healthy lifestyle. Now let's quickly recap what you've learned. Vitamin E improves blood vessel flexibility and microcirculation. B vitamins support nerve health, mood, hormone balance, and vascular function. L-arginine helps your body produce nitric oxide, a key compound for firm, healthy erections. And when used correctly, these tools can help you reclaim your energy, your performance, and your connection, not just in the bedroom, but in your entire life. If this message gave you something valuable today, take a moment and hit the like button. That small gesture helps more men like you find this important information. And if you're ready to put this into practice, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Let's hear from you. Tell us your age, share your experience, and let other men know they're not alone. Because the more we talk about this openly, the stronger we all become. You're not broken. You're evolving. And your next chapter can be stronger, wiser, and more connected than ever before. Stay with me because this is just the beginning.